your side, you start from you. No, I'm going to give you a pen. I hope this pen works. So make sure everyone just put their names down. A new pen. Hajra laha hoi hai. Hassan, put the date as well at the top. What's the date today? 22nd? 22nd today? Okay, I'm going to put date about 22nd of December. And then you just pass it on. Right, okay. ठीक है जी. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we started out with this subject last week. Let me check how I started the video. No. Yeah. See. Yeah. So we started this subject last week. Fasting. Today, inshallah, we'll finish fasting. And next one we'll do, I think, zakat. That's another very important subject. There are a few points we'll mention. And zakat is very tangible, kind of. Pakistan pata hai dora kudiyan badande hunde san. Assi pinne banande san. The roll you use to make the door there, the string where you try kites. And when you do it, and then when you open, it gets all that tangible and all that. You have to open all that. Every door, every string, you open, and it takes ages to open it. The same goes with zakat. Zakat is very tangible. You have to open so many things. And you won't be able to, just know it. If I give you all the terms, conditions, how zakat is given, how not, how you work out your zakat, how much money you have, gold, silver, all that. You're not going to write down, I'm telling you, you won't be able to memorize anything from zakat. Fasting is easy. You're a very simple thing. This breaks fast, this doesn't break fast. But zakat, no, when we get to zakat, you will know it. How you have to work out, how much money you have. Maybe you have a committee, maybe you have other things, and then you have only little bit money. Like yesterday, a guy came as well. He said, my dad never paid the money, my saving account, because he didn't have access to the money. I never had access to the money as well. So now how am I going to work out? Because now I'm 18. Now they're going to give me money. Yesterday, after Jummah, he came. He said, because he never had access, that's why he was not paying my zakat. I never paid zakat of that money. How am I going to pay? How am I going to work that out? I'm 25 now. And when shall I start? I said, whenever the money came in your account, 15, 16. And then after that, how am I going to work? I said, if it's £1,000, you pay. You're not going to pay £1,000 on all those last 10 years. Let's say 15, you came down, you're 25. Not £1,000 you're going to pay. The 2.5, 2.9, no. Remember, when you're going to pay for first year's £1,000, how much left now? 2.5% kick out. 975. Got 25 on 1,000. I said, next year you pay 975. Next year, 2.5% decrease. This is how you pay. So, quite a lot of things to memorize, remember. But first we'll do this subject, which we started last week. So I'm going to go to the slide where we started. It's just about, next one. This one. This is where we stopped. Eating or drinking forgetfully, in forgetfulness, then whilst fasting. So, eating or drinking forgetfully whilst fasting does not break your fast. I told you, there was a slide before it came, that every action it depends on how you ate or drank, or you smoke, or you had physical intercourse with your wife. It all depends. Mistake, you knew it and you were doing it, you knew it, but mistakenly you thought Rosa did not start, or you thought Rosa is finished. Actually, it's iftar time now, but still got 10 minutes left, and you started eating. That's not in forgetfulness, that's you made a mistake. Here is forgetfulness, is that you didn't even know you were fasting. You didn't know you were fasting. This is when you started eating, drinking, or sexual intercourse, or started smoking. That will not break your fast. So they're only talking about you forget, in forgetfulness, you ate something. That will not break your fast. And when you realize, this is very important point. People don't, give importance towards this. What I've just gave you, the little bit more information. When you realize, like when you eating, and it happens, as soon muh jalebi hoga, या मुंह च इतना बड़ा बाइट ले हो जिस बर्गर खान लगे हो, or you are drinking Rubicon mango juice and that you realize okay, oh I'm fasting. What is in your mouth, where you should go now? You should go out. And this is such a crucial point there, that if that goes in, and I told you last time, if that goes in, that will not just put the qada on you, that will put kafara on you as well. How kafara comes upon you? When you eat something tasteful, knowingly you're fasting. And the fast has to be Ramzan fast. For the disrespecting the Sharia, you're disrespecting Sharia, disobeying, not disrespecting, but disobeying Sharia. The four things are there. Kafara is wajib on you. So if you are eating anything for disobeying Sharia, and the thing is tasteful as well, like I told you last time, there is a Rubicon, let's say Rubicon mango juice is there. You drank that. Kafara. But Rubicon mango juice dabba, the can or something, the plastic thing, you add it. I know you don't, no one eat that thing. No one does it. But as soon as it goes boy on your throat, what happened? Because something went in, it will break your fast, but kafara will not become wajib on you, because that's not something to eat. Something, food, which is called food, tasteful thing, like the example is given in our books, that someone cooked egg and ate, that will put qada and kafara. But eggshell, who is eggshell? No one. He is eating that. You will break your fast, but not kafara, only qada. So here what you did, something was in your mouth, you remember, I'm fasting. Now that must go out. Go quickly, go do kulli. Goggle your mouth so nothing stays in your mouth. Everything should go out. But that point, we don't really realize, kha liya yaar, adhi roti kha liye. The adhi roti you had, that was in forgetfulness. This one bite you had, that was because you knew you're fasting. तो इस वास्ते जिला कोई चीज तुसी खान लगे हो और ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ याद आ जावे कि मेरा रोजा वा, ਤੇ ਜੋ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਰਹਿ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਉਹ ਅੰਦਰ ਗਈ ਤਾਂ ਕਜ਼ਾ ਵੀ ਆਵੇਗੀ, ਕਫਾਰਾ ਵੀ ਆਵੇਗਾ। ਤੇ ਕਫਾਰਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ? 60 ਰੋਜ਼ੇ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊਲੀ, pay dar pay, one after the other, all of them. You cannot miss. Yeah, for ladies, of course, they can miss when menstruation days come. Or for boys, if either days come, don't keep in those days anyway. When you know either days come, either day you can give break. Otherwise, you'll have to continue. Yeah, the 61st roza, which is qaza, missed, that you can keep whenever you want to. But the 60 has to be padar pay. But yeah, if you cannot keep 60, then you can give, you can feed 60 people. I don't understand. So you were eating something, it was something in your mouth, you spit out everything, you goggle everything, and then again you start eating. Oh, acha. That's actually a very good point. That's written as well in our books. That if you broke your fast, or you started eating, or anything, however that happened, like let's say vomiting, that's the example is given in our book. Vomiting someone did, or you started eating in forgetfulness, or something happened, and after that he thought, yaar main roza toot hi gaya hu, so why not just start eating now? And he started eating. That will only put qaza on him, not kafara. Why? Because he didn't know that. He didn't know. If he knew that, yes, first let me repeat the question, because in video, of course, your question won't come there. So this is only my voice goes there, so people get confused. I think, what answer are you giving? Where's the question? The question he asked, that you ate something and then after that spit it out, and then after that you realize, I think my roza is gone anyway, so why not just start eating, even though the roza wasn't gone? Like vomiting, that will come up as well. You thought roza is gone, but roza actually is not gone. It is your job, first of all, it is further upon you, go and ask alim din, is my roza gone? Nowadays, we become mufti there and then, straight away. We start thinking, no, I don't think it's gone. Don't do that. Phone mufti sahab. If that guy told you, alim din, imam sahab, so-called some of them are imams as well. They just, and don't, again, you know, The problem is not in imams, the problem is in public. We think anyone standing on musalla is imam. Not imam is alim. Standing on musalla can be just imam. Standing on musalla can be the next level hafiz. They are not alimedin. They just memorize Quran. That's all. Memorizing Quran don't make you alimedin. The next level is alim. Actually, nowadays the student of deen as well. There's another level now. They're student of deen, but they start wearing a mama sharif, which is very good. Mama sharif, jubba, kubba. You know, when you are new in deen, or when you are new in, you start coming toward this path. You love, doing all that because you've been reading that this is how Rasulullah was, this is how Sahaba were. They love when you adopt the form of Sahaba and you have a mama sharif on, jubba, kubba. But you have to be very careful when someone comes to you and asks question, don't answer. वो कहते हैं ना उर्दू में नीम हकीम खतरा जान half doctor, you are doing your degree to the medical, yeah, you done half and people started taking medicine from you. Neem haqim khatra jaan, you're going to kill someone's life because you don't even know much, you only have half degree, you don't know much. And neem alim, half alim, the student of deen, khatra iman, is going to kill your iman. Because for the sake of respect, क्योंकि मसले तक होते हैं जुब्बे कुब्बे पाए उन्हें सोना लगने लगे आखिर यार लोग मसले पता करने लगे मेरे को. When someone comes to you ask questions, you feel something, and then at the start you feel, then you don't want to reject them. You don't let no, you can't do this, and actually that's wrong. So don't go to anyone. You should know who is that person. You should have at least that much knowledge who I need to go to. Who is actually alim-e-deen? Who is actually mufti? Who shall I go to? You can't just go to someone like alim or student of deen if he knows, or hafiz. Go to an alim. If he says to you, yes, you can eat. Why? Because on the day of judgment, he's the one who's going to answer to that question. But if you just you thought, I think I can eat, then if you do it, that can put kafara on you as well. Why? Because why did you think? Has Sharia given you ijazah to think? No. Are you alim-e-din? No. Because in Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you don't know, very simple ayat. If you don't know, go to scholars and ask. So if you go to a scholar and ask them on the day of judgment, that's the reason I always say to all the normal public, just to save yourself on the day of judgment, whenever you are doubtful about something, go and ask a scholar and ask him whatever he says, just go do it. Because on the day of judgment, Allah is going to call you, oh, come here. Why did you do that? He said, oh, Allah, you told me go to scholar. I went to scholar and I did it. Allah said, okay, you go on the sideways. Which scholar? Yeah, you come forward. Why do you give him this verdict or whatever? No, you basically say it. But if you do it with your own mardi, everything, Allah is going to, but who gave you ijazah to think about it? Have you got knowledge of deen? No. Punishment. So the answer is that you don't do it yourself. Whenever something doubtful happens, message someone. Until then, if he doesn't message you back, people message me, Imam sahab, uni daso ati. Yeah, sare vele baithe tere yaar Allah de bandiya. Ko vele thodi baithe 50 message mere pe hunde. Like someone messaged me yesterday, and I don't know, he broke roza or he was in Mina, in Umrah. He said, I'm just standing in Mataf, Imam sahab, give me answer, I'm about to start tawaf. Mera putto tanu te main jawab parsu desa jaake, because I've got 50 questions there. At the start I've got 50 questions, and after that I'm going to give you answer. So I can't do that. So have number at least, and have patience as well. Until then, don't break fast. If you have done something, don't break until you get the answer. Don't break fast. So I would definitely say, ask someone like, this is what I've done, what shall I do? And then you are safe at least. So don't do that. If you did it by your own mercy, kafara will become wajib upon you when if scholar says no, you did wrong. And if you ask scholar and then you did it, now even though nothing will happen, then no kafara, then qaza. Okay, if scholar tell you, yeah, that's fine, break your fast, only qaza will become wajib upon you, not kafara. Anyway, this is clear. Next, having wet dream whilst fasting. That's question I ask, like in month of Ramadan. I think menstruation will come up as well. Girls get confused and men, they get confused as well. Okay, having wet dream, it does not break your fast. Okay, wet dream, basically you had sahri, you started your roza, then after roza start, what do? You go back to sleep. Then you woke up like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. It's a weekend, or 8 a.m. if you're going to school, and you realize you had a wet dream after Sahri, starting Rosa. That does not break your fast. Okay. What did I say to you before? Ejaculation with your own action. The boys understand with your own action how it comes, haram way. Or something with the elders, wife and husband, wife. Knowingly, while you're awake, you do it. And you know you are in fast as well. You're fasting. That will put kafara and qada wajib on you. Unknowingly, in forgetfulness, if you do it, that will put qada wajib on you. But while sleeping, it's not in your control. If that happens, it won't put no kafara, no qaza. Your roza is completely fine. Go take bath, and then you're fine. Carry on your fast. Okay, so wet dream does not break your fast. Thus, question D. A person woke up just before Sahri time, fast starting time, and he realized that he has to take Fardh ghusl. Fardh ghusl, wet dream happened, and you have to take Fardh ghusl. Fardh, basically you have to wet all your body, goggle your mouth and your nose, rinsing your nose. Can he or she start their fast in this condition or not? So again, this question was asked my last whole week. This question was coming. You woke up about 5 minutes before Sahri, just 5 minutes before Sahri, and you realize I had a wet dream, or you had sexual intercourse with your wife, and then you went to sleep. I'll put alarm on half an hour before, I'll take bath, and then I will start my fast and eat something. But you woke up 5 minutes before fast. Now, are you going to go towards eating, or you want to go towards bath? If you take bath, the roza will start, and you won't be able to eat anything. No, that's fine. You can start your fast in the state of major impurity. What dream happen? Or however, the major impurity basically, ghusl is fardh upon you. So you can start your fast in this condition. Go eat food, and then you start your fast, and after that you can take bath and read namaz. Now, but there are two conditions. Our scholar says that in fardh ghusl, you have to rinse your mouth, you have to rinse your nose. Gargle your mouth properly. Water goes all over your mouth and your nose, not too back, just up to your hard bone. As I mentioned in wudu, hard bone, if you take, hard bone just starts from here, little bit in, and hard bone starts from here. So these two fardh, do it before Sahri starts. So goggle your mouth properly and rinse your nose properly before Sahri starts. Because two fardhs are done. Because after Sahri starts, you can't really do these two fardhs properly. Why? Because if you put a lot of water in your mouth, the chances that water is going to go beyond your throat. The chances, if you put a lot of water in your nose, it's going to go beyond your throat. There's a passage through your nose and the throat. The chances. So these two fardh, just do it before ghusl or before Sahri, and then after that you can just wash your body and all that. But let's say you forgot to do that. ठीक है, कोई गाल नहीं, तो ये Sahri start कर लो, उस तो बाद फिर बहुत ज़्यादा don't exaggerate, don't put too much water in your mouth then. थोड़ा जा पानी पाक है, थोड़ा जा कुल्ली करके नाक में पानी पाक है, you will be fine. Now there is another thing I just want to add. कि लोग मन मैसेज करते हैं पे कि असी ने जब वुजू करते हैं ना, when we do wuzu, somehow water goes in our throat. I don't know what happens. So what shall we do in Rosa when the fasting month is starting? Don't do kulli. Don't put water in your mouth at all. Because goggling your mouth and rinsing your nose in wuzu, what is that? Fardh, wajib or sunnah? Sunnah. So if you don't goggle your mouth, you don't rinse your nose, still wudu is fine. Why? Because what is four fardh? What are the four fardhs in wudu? When you done that, your wudu is done. Washing for faghsilu wujuhakum wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiqi, hands up to your elbows. Elbows are included. Third, famsahu bi ru'usikum, and do masa of your head, and wa arjulakum, and then your feet. Both feet you have to wash up to your ankles. That's it. Your wuzu is done. If you think but to be honest, say with the water doesn't go in your mouth or by your throat. If you put a little bit, थोड़ा जा पानी लगा, throw it out. Just to fulfill sunnah. थोड़ा जा पानी नोज लगा, नाल थोड़ा. But if you think you will, don't take risk of breaking your fast, because if you do kulli, I told you, it will break your fast. That's not in forgetfulness happen. That happened unintentionally. That happened. you knew you was fasting and water just went in, that will break your fast if you do that. So these two sunnah, you don't have to do it if you're fasting and you think what we're going. But here you can start your fast in major impurity, and then after that you can go and take ghusl, and you can read namaz and all that. So yes, fast can be started in the state of impurity, sorry, and then take part. Okay, Hassan, you done? Can I go next slide? Acha, reminding one who unintentionally eats or drinks whilst fasting. So, can we remind the person who is whilst fasting, is eating or drinking? Can we do that? That's the answer. Unintentionally, in forgetfulness. So, unintentionally, I put in on forgetfulness. If some healthy person started eating or drinking, then it is wajib to remind him that he is in fast. So, healthy person is eating. Let's say Abdul Rafi is here. He is eating while fasting. Then it is wajib upon me, fardh upon me. I have to, oi, stop eating. What are you doing? If you don't do it, you become gunegar, because you are seeing someone committing sin in forgetfulness, but you are not stopping him. You have to, oi, don't eat, yaar, you're fasting. You have to tell him. But next slide, next point. If that person is unhealthy, he's going through some illness, and he's now in our books what is written, and I change that. In books it's written if the person is old. No, it got nothing to do with old or young. Old people, some old people 70 years old, they are healthy. Like my Abuji was healthy person. He was 70 years old. He never used to read namaz on chair, even though he needed, because he had an accident, motorbike in Pakistan, and his knee was gone. He said, "Puttar, मैं मंदा ही ना, मैं तो अब्बा जी पढ़ लो chair ते बैठ है, आराम सुकून नाल नमाज हो जाती है। आदर मैं मंदा ही ना chair ते नमाज वो तो नहीं सिर्फ मंदे के कारपेट ते भी नमाज होती है, because he said I want to put my head on the floor. So till his last, he was 73 years old. Every namaz, every tarawih stood up and he read, and on hard floor as well. अंदर कारपेट सारी सही है, सारी मस्जिद अंदर कारपेट है, बाहर नहीं है. He used to read outside. He said, I want to read on the floor because I want to feel that connection from earth to my head with Allah. So he used to read every namaz, everything till his last Ramzan. And in Ramzan, 22nd of Ramzan, he passed away, and 23rd of Ramzan, he was buried. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant higher place in Jannah. Ameen. If that person is unhealthy, he's a young lad, but he's skinny, he's going through some illness or anything he's going through, or he's old person, he's weak, and he won't be able to get to 19 hours. So just let him eat now. Don't remind him. It's a hadith of Rasulullah. If some unhealthy person is eating and drinking in forgetfulness, then don't remind him. Rasulullah says Allah made him forget that. Allah is feeding him. So let Allah feed him. Don't remind him, so that he can continue his fast once he's going to remind himself. But if he's a healthy person, then yaad rakho bhai, bas kaat ke khan lage tu, khana khan lage. theek hai na? Next, is it permissible to hug or kiss your spouse whilst fasting? Aha, wow. So, is it permissible? Oh, mashallah. देखिए मोर पाली पता सी एक ही बंदा आख सकता सिर्फ. Bismillah Abdul Rafi. Yes. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about this. You're going to give half an hour speech here.
Regarding the one before, that's a sunnah fast or a little fast. You still have to remind someone, like if it was an important day, let's say a lot of people are fasting.
Okay, his question is that he's just dragging. So the question is that whatever fast he said, is it nafal fast, fard fast, sunnah fast, do we have to remind the person, or just in the Ramzan fast you have to remind them, like nafal, sunnah fast, all that, any fast, because he's breaking fast, isn't it? Fast is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you have to remind the person if he's healthy, and you don't remind him if he's not healthy. Yeah. So, and no matter what fast, because fast is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so you have to remind him if he's healthy. Is it permissible to hug or kiss your spouse while fasting? Allah. Acha, spouses can hug and kiss each other in fast. As long as they know that things won't get to the next stage. Ahmadin, next stage? Okay. Otherwise, hugging and kissing is makruh. Okay? They are makruh. So, hugging and kissing, some scholar says don't do that. You know why they say don't do that? Because some people are weak. नਵੇਂ शादी हुई होंगी है तो वो they can't control themselves, ठीक है ना, फिर रोजा भन के बह जाते फिर फोन कर लेंगे इमाम साहब बस हो गया ना हूं के करिए दसो के करना ठीक है। सो 10 एंड दोज हु आर पहली ब्याह होए न 25 साल जे मैं तेन आदि हो 22 साल हो गए ते 25 साल हो गए ते ओ दे फाइन दैट्स ओके, ठीक है भाई, as long as you control yourself. So hug your wife, you kiss your wife on your forehead, however, just go, that's fine, that doesn't break your fast. Okay, what breaks your fast? I gave you everything. What breaks your fast? Ejaculation, that will break your fast. And you hugging, another thing, let's say you hugging your wife, you hugged your wife, some people are of course weak, they hug them and ejaculated. Some people they have messaged me, Imam Sahib, I don't want to marry this and that, I'm going through the medical thing. They hugged their wife and ejaculated. That won't put kafara on them. That will only put qaza. They only have to make up that fast. Kafara only comes when it says when sin is kamil, complete sin you have committed, complete. Like eating wise, that food has to be food, not the eggshell. It has to be egg inside. The and and when it comes to sexual intercourse, it has to be proper sexual intercourse. People are doing kafare, they haven't even done anything and they're giving kafare. And people are not giving kafara, even though kafara is wajib on them. That's the reason these classes are important. That if you have done proper sexual intercourse, like Sharia says, which is halal intercourse, halal. If you've done that halal way, proper intercourse with your wife, the right way as well, properly, then kafara become wajib. Any other way, kafara won't become wajib on you. Qaza, only qaza. Qaza is basically you have to make up that fast. That's all. So kissing, you can with your wife is, you can say it's makruh. Why makruh? Because disliked. It will take you to the next step. It can take you. Otherwise, it is fine. Next, acha, this is another very important point. Yes. That's another thing. Very, you come up with very detailed, very detailed. तो तेरी शादी तो नहीं हुई? Mashallah. No, he's only I think 10 years. How old are you? 12, he's 12, mashallah. Acha. So he said, if you kiss your wife, the wife ने पूरी लिपस्टिक ही मली है मुंह पर, थोबे लाइन सारे तो फाउंडेशन दे लहरां आईयां हैं, एडियां फाउंडेशन लाया कि ਉਹ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜਨਾਨੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੰਘ ਸਕਦੀ ਉਹ, ਇਤਨੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਫਾउंडेशन ਲੱਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਲਿਪਸਟਿਕ ਥੋਪੇ ਲਾइन पूरे पूरे ਐਡੇ, ठीक है ना. Now you kiss your wife and half the can of that lipstick goes in your mouth. Then what? If you have tasted the lipstick in your mouth and it goes beyond your throat as well, कोई एडी नहीं लांदी होनी, मुझे नहीं लगता. Do you think? So अगर इतनी लिपस्टिक गई, 10 question will come. Girls, can we put lipstick on while fasting, makeup or anything? That will come there as well. But if you have that much lipstick on, or you kiss your wife and that much lipstick went in your mouth and you taste it in your throat, of course roza is gone. You have to be very careful. If you really want to, then tell her jo muh to okay bhai mai us to baad. So that's very good, actually, very good point. Because people, they have powder on or something, or cream with the dry skin basi lai hundi hai, and then you kiss, and then and your kids, forget wives, your kids, they have kids, and उन्होंने कुछ लाया, पाउडर वगैरह लाया मुंह पर, वो जो कुछ चीज लाई है, उन्होंने जो प्यार देता है वो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਅੰਦਰ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ, or he is eating sweet, that's another thing, he is having lollipop, ਉਹ ਖਾਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸਾਰੀ, but you go ਤੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਉਹ lollipop ਦਾ ਟੇਸਟ ਅੱਧਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਚੁੜ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਉਂ ਪਤਾ lollipop ਬੱਚਾ ਖਾਣ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਮਲੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਉਹਨੇ, and that goes in your mouth and in your throat, you felt the taste. Of course roza is gone. You gotta be very careful. Acha, this I want you to just concentrate on this slide, very important. I'm going to give you, there are 3 passageways. If water, food, or medicine, or anything, injections, anything, whatever, goes through these 3 holes, then fast will break. If you just understand this slide, half the problems, half the questions you can sort out yourselves. You don't have to go to anyone. And I will ask you those questions as well. So the 3 passageways are, first one, mouth. Anything goes through your mouth, anything. When we say anything, anything goes through your mouth from outside and goes through in your throat, that will break your fast. Second, nose. So there is passage way between your nose and your throat. Anything goes through your nose or mouth, down your throat, it has to go to your throat. That will break your fast. Tija, back passage, because nowadays camera to नहीं होंदे ना आशाई, right? So medicine that do give, it is hukna. In old days they used to give medicine because when they have some problem in the stomach and medicine don't go down, then they used to give medicine through that passage. And even nowadays as well, they do give medicine through that. And these three holes, remember these three equals three big holes. Mafawid, yes, that was the word used in Hadith Sharif. Mafawid, basically big holes where the food or something can actually go in all the way to your digestive system. It can go to your digestive system. When it goes there through these three holes, your roza will break. Now, upon this slide, this rule, we're going to talk about rest of the masail. Yes. Injection. I will come up. It'll come up. That's what I was going to talk about now. Next, can eye drops, ear drops, or contact lenses be used while fasting? Remember the previous slide. Anything goes in your throat, on your digestive system through your mouth, nose, or back passageway, then roza will break. Between eyes and ears, there is no passageway. Between your eyes and your ears, there is no proper, I can say, passageway to throat. So ear drops and eye drops don't break your fast. Because of this, look at the note. Eye holes and ear holes are same as the skin pores. Now, let me give you a little bit detail. If you check, because I did check, and you go on Google and put small hole in your eye, the picture will come out with it. There's a small hole in your eye. When you take eye drops, you do feel eye drops, the saltiness or whatever is in your throat. Anything, you do feel it. Even Rasulullah has given ijazat, anyone who's going through, let's say, some they have eye problem or something, they can put surma in your eye, in his eyes, whilst fasting. Even though if you see the blackish, uske kala pan uske thuk mein nazar aaye. Yani ki uske, if he's spit, his saliva will be black. Because anything you put in your eye does go in your throat. But our scholar says, this eye hole, it comes under your skin pores. Because when you take bath, water does go in, it gets absorbed into your body. When you take bath, you start feeling coolness. Why are you feeling cold? And while fasting and back home, we used to take bath just to cool our fast. Why? Because water does absorb and go inside your body through your pores. So does it break your fast? No. Same goes with this hole as well. This comes under skin pores. It doesn't come under mafawid, the big holes. Small hole. Same goes with your ears as well. Normally, there is no passage between ear and your throat. You probably go back and you eat, or sorry, you read from the books, because in our books, science wasn't that advanced at that time. So in our books, science used to say there is no passage between eyes and throat, but there is passage between ears and your throat. But it was actually opposite. There is passageway between your eyes and your throat, but there is no passageway between your ears and your throat, unless something happened to you, that little curtain there, or parda phate hua kanda, that if your ear is damaged from inside, then something can get through your ears to your throat, but still it won't break your fast. Reason why? The ear hole comes under skin pores. Eye holes come under your skin pore holes, not under mafawid. So you can use contact lenses, you can use ear drops, you can use eye drops, whatever you want to use, you can use. Okay, it won't break your fast. Why? Because it's not big hole. Only three holes. Through that, anything goes in will break your fast. Do you understand? Contact lenses can be worn as well whilst fasting. Now, taking injections whilst fasting. Hassan asked this question. There are three kinds of injections. Okay. Three kinds of injections. First one is intravenous. It goes in your veins. Intravenous, straight in your veins. Intra-articular, intramuscular. Intramuscular goes in your muscles. Second injection is intramuscular, goes in your muscles. Second is intra-articular injection. Intra-articular, it goes in your, basically not in bones but in joints, goes right in joints. They're the only 3 injections are there. If you use any kind of injections, insulin, while fasting, insulin learning because my sugar level goes down and this and that. Can I take injection? Yes, of course, you can take any kind of injections while fasting and will not break your fast. Before, our scholar used to say it will break your fast. But now our scholar said, because Rasulullah said, mafawid, big holes, any medicine goes in your body through those big holes, that will break your fast. These all comes again under your pores. It's good. And plus, remember, anything goes in your body through injections that does not end up in your digestive system. It just goes in your veins and finish. It just goes in your skin and finish. It just goes in your joints and finish. It don't go all the digestive system. It just stays out. It's like taking bath. When you take bath, water does go inside your body, but it goes into your skin, up to veins, and then it stops there, gives you coolness, and then it stops there. It doesn't go all the way to you. Otherwise, taking bath will break your fast as well. Okay, so any kind of injections you use, it will not break your fast. So anything goes in your body through these injections does not go into your digestive system. Yes. So any kind of injection, either insulin, vaccination. Yeah, you can take vaccine. Yes. In COVID, people were asking us, okay, my date is coming up for vaccine. Can I go and take vaccine? Yes, you can take vaccine. You can take insulin, even though let's say you are sugar the banda mariz onda, diabetes you have, and you need to take injection whilst fasting. You can take that injection whilst fasting, and your fast is fine. Let's take this as well. Now, some scholars says it will break the fast, and some says it won't break the fast. So, best way is those who are very muhtat scholars. Those says, take both opinions. Says that if the doctor has prescribed that you have to take injection whilst fasting, you have to, then you can use this rule that it does not break your fast. But if they say, no, you don't have to take injection, you're fine, before Sahri you can take injection for insulin or something, and after Iftari you can take injection, then do not take anything in between the fast. Because what's the point of using something which is still, one opinion says you will break your fast? What's the point? So do it one before and one after the Iftari, and you're fine. Yes. For what gelatin? Basically gelatin, which is she's saying haram gelatin. So there are 2 kinds of gelatin, haram or halal. Say cow gelatin, beef gelatin you can normally say. So beef gelatin is a halal to take whilst for medication. In medication, remember there are 2 rules. Any kind of medicine which has got haram, any kind of haram element in it, anything haram thing in it, and it's pig gelatin, beef gelatin, and they are haram, or alcohol as well, you can say, take everything. So she said, can we take medication which are haram medication, anything haram is inside, for medical reasons? The 2 reasons our scholar says. First, you are trying to save your life, or trying to save yourself from some big illness, or this illness you're going through, it's going to heal after a very long time. It's going to just make your daily life very difficult. And doctor say you have to take this. Then you can, but with another condition. And there is no alternate. There is no any other, medicine which, let's say there is another medicine which got no haram element in it. It is halal and it works same. Then you have to take it. You have to take that one. But let's say you have to take it and there is no halal medication, then you can take it. And you can take it, but you're trying to take it for just a little bit, just a little minor headache, and you're trying to take that. That is haram as well. Why? Because you don't have to. Why? Because it's just something very small, something small. It's not a big illness anyway. So with doctor say, no, it's okay, you can take it. No, don't take it. Why? Because it's a small illness. You don't have to take it. Something really big, you're trying to save yourself from a big illness, and there is no alternate, then you can take. So there are 2 conditions must be there. एक illness बहुत बड़ी होगा, या तो मार देवेगी, or you're going to lose your some body part, or your mind, or anything. That's one. Second, there is no alternate. Like I got message from schools, and they said they're trying to give, I think वायरस सारी महली वो इंजेक्शन देने थे बच्चों, and then can we take them? Then I asked some other doctors, I said, is there any alternate there? Because in schools they were giving free antivirus, some injection they were giving, and they had pig, I think gelatin inside or pig something inside element. And they were all the doctors, those who came, nurses came in the school, they were telling them, look, you're Muslim, so we have to let you know. So that they found me, they said, can we? And then when I asked doctors, said the exact same antivirus is available to your GP. So either you can take it from there or from here. I said, no, now you cannot. One is you have to take it to save yourself, but there is alternate there. I said, no, you can't take it from there, you have to take it from here. If alternate there, you have to take it from there. Yeah, it depends how cow was sacrificed. It's simple. Is a cow meat is halal? It's halal. If you get it from Uncle Rashid's halal butcher shop. But if you go Michael's butcher shop, is it halal? No. Why? Because Michael's zabiha is not counted, but Uncle Rashid's zabiha is counted. So if it's halal, it is anything inside the cow or beef, it is halal if it was done proper like Islamic way zabiha. Gelatin is going to be halal, meat is going to be halal, you can take benefit. But it was zabiha wasn't done, so anything inside is haram. Even beef is haram, cow meat is haram, pie the cow vade pie oh bhi haram. And gelatin, everything is haram. So it depends on how it was sacrificed. Next, if something was stuck between your teeth and you swallowed it, does that break your fast? So all these questions I've got, they are normally people asking that, they're always in doubt. So something was stuck in your teeth. Now this is something already inside, and they say if it was more than bigger than, but actually let's go to the here. If it was bigger than the size of a pea, P-E-A, pea, then it will break your fast. Bigger than pea. Pea chickpea ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਾਣਾ ਉਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਚਨੇ ਦਾ ਚਿੱਟਾ ਵੱਡਾ, ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਕਦੇ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗੀ ਉਹ ਦੰਦ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਫਸ ਸਕਦਾ, ਐਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਫਸੇਗਾ, ਜਾਂ ਉਹਦਾ ਦਾਣਾ ਹੀ ਫਸਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ. If that goes in, like it's really big, something really big in your mouth, it got stuck, big thing. And it comes, of course, before going in throat, it comes in your mouth. And your senses tell you there is something big in your mouth. Throw it out. If it's something very small, that is, like seed, small seed, that goes in, that won't break your fast. Is there any detail? No, detail is not there. But let me tell you now that little bit more detail in this. That is already in your mouth. But if you take anything from outside, even though it's smaller seed, just seed, and you put it in your mouth and swallow it, that will break your fast. Because something from outside you put it in your mouth. Here is something already stuck in your mouth, another part of your mouth, part of your basically body. So already the food is in your body. And then sometimes you burp, and sometimes you had a lot of sari, and you burped and comes in your mouth and you take a bath. That won't break your fast. It's basically it's already inside your mouth. Food is already inside, which was before sari you took. So, but if it was more bigger than pea, you swallowed it, break your fast. But anything taking from outside, that will break your fast. I think the slide will come next one. It's like saliva. You have saliva in your mouth, and then you swallow the saliva. Will you break your fast? No. But if the saliva, I know no one does that. No one does that. But it is written in our books. For example, okay, I know it's a bit, it's disgusting, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just giving you an example. You take saliva out, you put it in your mouth, or you put it in your hand, and you take it. That will break your fast. Why? Because now it's not part of your hand. So don't do that. Okay, Sadia? Okay, you'll break your fast. Do you do that? She said yes. No, she said no. Yes. Oh, yeah, that goes viral every month of Ramadan. Acha, there is a condition, as she's asking, that with the video you probably have all watched, I watched it as well, a person is telling us how to do stanja while fasting. So he says, this is the finger you pick up, this is how you do it, and when you're doing stanja, by the way, I tell you one thing, it is actually written in our books, and in Fatawa books written. Big Fatawa books, the masala is written. But our scholar says the time is changed now. Don't talk. And plus, I think it's a certain, organization There are people, there are other, mashallah, Mama Sharifa on as well. And that guy is telling, that's only one video is out there. And that's the only person who has put the video out there. And that's the only video goes viral everywhere. The poor guy probably, is always get taken when it's a month of Ramzan. And they got special color as well of that Mama Sharif, which I'm not going to mention. It's that person who says that if you're going to do stanja, make sure you're doing stanja, open your legs properly, and don't breathe too much, because if you breathe in, then water will go in through your back hole all the way to the digestive system and will break your fast. That's what our scholars used to write down. Why? Because, as I mentioned, the 3 big holes, mafawid, anything goes through those holes, all the digestive system, it will break your fast. But our nowadays, as medical has been gone advanced, they said just that much water won't go all the way there. For water going all the way up to the digestive system, that you need to pump it, or some machinery have to go really in, and then you throw it in. That will go to the digestion, not like you doing stanja. So our Muftiyan Ikram हुआ, today's Muftiyan said, आप खुल के stanja करें, आराम जितना मर्जी पानी फेंकें, अगर रोजा टूट गया तो क़यामत के रोज हमें पकड़ लेना. So nothing will happen. You just do. People, to be honest, they viral that video every month of Ramadan just as a joke. Now they're doing, because they send me and then the smiley face and then a laughing face and the emojis are there. They only do it because of that. Otherwise, it's nothing. You can do stanja however you want to do stanja, and water won't go all the way there. Okay? So don't worry about it. Okay, next one. Dentist appointment. You have a dentist appointment, for example, you having your teeth cleaned, filling, or even a tooth taken out. Can you fast that day? When you're having teeth clean, and dentist uses water and drilling machine to remove the decay, dirt, so there is high chances of water and decay entering your throat. When you go to doctor, they open your mouth, and your mouth stays open. The 2 things goes in your mouth. Everyone knows, those who've been to doctor, dentist. One is hoovering and one is water. The both are going on. And to stop water going in your mouth, you have to close your mouth, and then your mouth cannot be closed. So you have no control whatsoever for stopping water. Water does go in your throat. You can not stop. So when you put water and hoover, the water is going actually in your throat. So when this appointment comes up, make sure you don't you cancel the appointment, because cleaning your teeth is not something that you break your fast, or you don't do fast that day, or you can miss fast. Cancel the appointment even though it comes after 3 months. What did I say? When can you break your fast because of medical reason? When it is very important, you have to take that appointment, otherwise it's going to kill you, or you're going to die, or something going to happen. Then you don't fast. But it's only teeth cleaning, that's all it is, nothing important. Cancel your appointment. Say, yeah, I can't do it, because you give them any reason, they don't really care, to be honest. Any reason. Yeah, if they say tu dand na kadaya tu mar jana, ठीक है ना, या वाहन दंद टूट गया ना अंदर तक तू मर जाना, तेरी अब जिंदगी तबाह हो जानी है, ऐ हो जाना, then that's fine, don't fast that day. You know, like you have to fast that day because you definitely know what is going to go in, so don't fast that day. Okay, so you cannot fast because you cannot stop water going in your throat. Next, you must rearrange the dentist appointment. That's the first, actually. The second slide should be, the second point should be down there, and first should be up, that you must rearrange the dentist appointment. There's no importance of, cleaning teeth and all that. But let's say you cannot rearrange and it has to be taken, then don't fast that day, because water is definitely going to go down your throat. You cannot stop that. Acha, if sweat or tears enter your mouth, does that break your fast? If 1 or 2 drops of tears or sweat enter your mouth and you swallowed it without realizing, it won't break your fast. Break 1 or 2, you don't realize at all. You felt nothing in your mouth. That's one condition. You felt nothing in your mouth or in your throat. That won't break your fast. Here nowadays, not nowadays, here no one sweat anyway. But when you're back home, there's a lot of sweat because the hot days, 40 Celsius, 35 Celsius, you're working as well at the same time. But here, what people do, they don't leave gym. They don't leave gym. They say, "Ki asa gym jani jana. We have to go gym." Then whilst going gym, or whilst you're reading namaz, whilst fasting, you read namaz and you started reading Quran and started listening to Quran, and you was crying so much, and your tears started going in your mouth, and you felt the saltiness, salt to muh ch gaya, and then you felt it in your throat as well, in your throat, a lot of salt. That will break your fast. Normally, it doesn't really happen. But let me add one more thing, which the first time the very first time I got this question, this just before, like last week, and 2 people messaged me about that. Imam Sahib, I love swimming. Can I swim whilst fasting? And I just don't want to give break. One said, I am learning how to swim and I don't want to give break. I said, yaar, tell me, you're fasting, you are in water. Most likely water will go. Why? Because you can't really keep your mouth closed. You have to breathe as well. And you are going to open your mouth and water will go in your mouth. And when you are, because I'm in Pakistan, we used to stay, we didn't know much. Pakistan fasting, remember, 45 Celsius, no electricity as well. We used to go, because Jhelum, I'm from Jhelum. The Jhelum river is right next to my house. Those who watched my videos when I went last time, Jhelum. The river is not far. It's only about 10-15 minutes walk and I'm at the river. Right from here, my house, here's river. So we all friends used to even stay in river all day because nothing to do. Plus it's hot days as well. So schools used to give chutiyan in month of Ramadan. We used to stay in Darya, swimming and staying there just to keep our roza cold because it's rather hot. But if here, you don't really need it. So here, if you go swimming and if you stay too much for too long in water going in your mouth, you won't even realize. You won't realize the water is actually going in your mouth. Why? Because your mouth got so used to the water in, out, you won't even realize water will go through beyond your throat because water has no taste. Why would you put yourself in risk? Rosa na. The risk run the kiri load. What the movie name is? Day after tomorrow is going to happen and the slab is going to come, all the storm and thunderstorm and water is going to come. I have to learn swimming today. It's not going to, the slab of Nuh Islam is coming. And then you have to teraki karke the mountain the jana. Adda kada siapa pe. You ran you 1 month, go and do something else. This month of Ramadan is here, blessings are here. Why you want to put your roza, on risk? Don't do that because if water goes in, of course, you'll break your fast. But if water don't go in, it will not break your fast. Next, is it permitted to taste the food which you are cooking while fasting? That's for ladies and for chef as well. Those who are the job that they don't get the days off. No days. Okay, here's one. You cannot taste food while fasting except in extreme conditions. Chef job requirements or husband with severe anger issues. Tasting food, you cannot taste anything. Tasting food is makruh. First, let me tell you what is taste. Taste is you touch on your tongue and you spit it out. Taste is not da lukma leka na biryani da thalla kar ke kha ke us ba ko taste fai hai. Even nahi taste ko nahi ek aur le langa. Anything, whilst tasting, anything goes in your throat, that will break your fast. Anything goes in your throat, that will break your fast. Tasting is you put it on your tongue and touch it with your upper palate. This is when you get the taste. And then spit it out. Then your roza is fine. But in what conditions? You have a chef job and you are head chef. Head chef is basically you are there and you didn't get days off. You can't get no holiday. And you are the one who's going to taste the food. Everything depends. You can get kicked out from your job as well. So you are the main guy. Then in those extreme conditions, you can taste food and spit it out as well. Taste food and just to let the food go out. And for the lady whose husband has got anger issues, little things, and it goes all the way to, let's say, divorce, start talking about, this, and then it goes next, the next, and then you can. आजा पुत्र आजा चुप्पन क्यों लगे हैं तू? Why you hiding? अच्छा तू है तू मुड़े जाना था, तू कुड़ियां क्या करने लगे? Ubaid, Ubaid is the student of our madrasa for a very long time, mashallah. अच्छा जी, why? उन्होंने भी लाया क्या कर दो अमेर नु भी सुते नहीं उठता. He definitely needs to come. His brother is here as well in this madrasa, Umar, and he's mashallah tall. He will be touching the fan. He's not tall. He's young, very mashallah tall. ने सारे मेरे मदरसे दे बच्चे जेडे ना नवा स्टाइल निकले ना बालां दा ਉਹ ਕਰਲੀ ਬਾਲ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਆ ਨਾ 5-6 ਬੱਚੇ ਹਨ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਦਰਸੇ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਹਰ 10-15 ਮਿੰਟ ਬਾਅਦ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੈਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਵੜਦਾ ਇਹ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਰਨ अब टोपी छपाई होंदी ने अपने जुल्फा सवारन लगे होंदे सारे तक लो मैं अंदर जाना नहीं था ब्यूटीफुल सीन when you go in that सारे जले मन तक ना उस्ताद जी वर डूइंग वुजू सच वर डूइंग वुजू ते लगे अपने जुल्फा सवारन लगा मैं कहा अड्डा तुम केड़ा सियापा हां बखेर रहे होते हैं बड़े ना सेट करके करने लगे होंदे अपने आप को चलो अच्छा so you can taste free food if husband is like when he comes home and food is not right and that happens you will be surprised divorces are happening because of television channel and because of food salt was more or less spices too much ओए तुमने खाना नहीं पकाना तेरी माँ ने तुम सिखाया कैसी now it's not divorce is not going to give divorce straight away it's going to start talking about something तेरी माँ ने तुम सिखाया क्या आप तो मेरी माँ पे चढ़ जाते हैं हर वक्त जब भी कोई बात आती है और तो तेरी माँ ने तो मोनू का मेरे का भाई तो आपकी माँ ने क्या किया तो मेरी माँ बारी गाल की है small fuses and then there's divorce if you know that kind of husband you have then that's fine you taste your food and then you can carry on but spit it out you can't take it in and same goes the chef job in these extreme conditions you can otherwise you cannot like मेरे अर्धा बेचारा husband होगा है बेचारा हाँ तो बेचारा तो अच्छा मैं लगता ना बेचारा तो मैं आज तक कदे किसी बेचारा नहीं आखा तू लगदे ना बेचारा तेरी शक्ल तो बेचारगी कोई नहीं बेचारा मेरा दा हस्बैंड होगा कोई बोले ही ना घर तो नाजिया जो मर्जी पकांदी रहे हाँ तो लांदी रहे चाट ना हो चुप करके मैं खा लवा चुप करके मैं खा के मैं खाया लो जी बहुत फिर भी आखा कि खाना मजेदार सी मैं कहा जी बहुत मजेदार सी खाना और फल्ला इतना टेस्टी सी ना बेचारा चुप करके सो जावे रोंदा रोंदा so then you don't have to taste I'm going to upload that as well. Nazia, I'm going to upload this video. Oh, I'm in that category where I have to taste food. कितना कोई मैं तो जो लभदा चुप कर रखा जो लभदा जे घर ना भी पक्या मैं अंडे ही बना दे फिर अंडे बना देंदी है ना पक्या हुआ तो मैं तो चटनी ना रोटी खा लेना 3 साल पुरानी वाली जोकिंग that never happened. अल्लाह अकबर अच्छा जी एनीवेज अच्छा नेक्स्ट अगेन दिस वन अच्छा तुसी दो गला घुटन आयो दो इथे टू वॉलंटियर अमरदीन and Abdul Rafe yeah you both are talking you just disturbing me you want to sit down or just leave I'm only joking just don't talk I had to add that Abdul Rafe is well angry right now he's without blinking he's looking at me like this so you know down here I said let me tell you you're on TikTok live don't say anything that can get you in trouble anyways अच्छा जी next अच्छा joke aside थोड़ा joke होनी चाहिए ना कि fiqh is very dry subject fiqh is a dry subject Abdul Rafe fiqh is a dry subject basically बहुत खुश्क subject है people get tired some people I enjoy it some people they don't enjoy why because there are no stories there are no moral stories they are not talking about something so it's a dry subject so उधर थोड़ा मिक्स कर लो ना पानी शानी में कोई घी शी तो अच्छा होता थोड़ा ना बंदा खुश भी हो जाता स्माइल आ जाती है अच्छा can we use toothpaste or miswak while fasting अच्छा this is the answer it is makruh disliked not haram it is disliked to use toothpaste while fasting but using miswak is sunnah you can use miswak but you have to be very careful miswak taste or the strings come off from the miswak if they end up in your throat or taste as well that will break your fast so no let me give you a bit more detail toothpaste can you use toothpaste Qasim can you use toothpaste whilst fasting now our scholar says if you have the kind of job like let's say you're in bank or let's say you're in a driving kind of job and a person sitting a driving instructor you can sit pretty next to you and you are talking to him just not too far from the person then you can use a little bit paste just to get good smell and then you can as long as it doesn't end up in your throat if it goes in your throat it will break your fast but you have that kind of job where one-to-one you're talking not far from the person then you can paste whilst fasting little bit paste because my job is driving instructor so I'm here person is there you can't eat chewing gum or anything so you have to have like good breath smell or something. So just touch. When I touch, I just touch, bit touch. Just touch, and then you paste. Then you, as long as it doesn't end up in your throat. If it goes in your throat, that will break your fast. But even in that condition, paste, toothpaste is makruh though, because disliked. It's not good because you are just putting your fast on risk that it can break. Fast टूट भी सकता है क्योंकि I always say, I give example of chewing gum. Can you eat chewing gum? It's kind of toothpaste, isn't it? From outside, something tasteful went in your mouth because you're not swallowing it. You're not swallowing the taste as well, maybe. Can you put anything lychee in your mouth and start eating lychee? You can't, isn't it? Even though you're not going to swallow a lychee, you're going to throw it out. Same goes with paste as well. You cannot do that, but in extreme condition, you can touch a little bit paste and then you can in your mouth and then you can do it. But without paste, can you brush your with just the brush? Yes, you can do that. Again, normally brush has taste in it anyway, so you can just do brush or miswak. You can do that. But with miswak, people think it's sunnah, so you can just keep doing it. No, miswak has taste as well. So if that taste goes in your mouth or the strings comes out from your from miswak, if that goes in your mouth, that will break your fast. Hmm? Oh, and sorry, mouthwash as well. Actually, mouthwash, and then you can same rule apply here as well with mouthwash as well. Toothpaste, miswak, mouthwash. If is extreme condition, just a little bit mouthwash, just a little bit, just to get good taste, and spit it out and do it kulli properly so the taste doesn't go in your throat. If it does go in, it will break your fast. जी अब बताएं क्या था? अच्छा mouthwash के पूछे अच्छा मेरे एकदम ज़हन में mouthwash का आया अच्छा mouthwash you can do that. If again extreme condition, still even in that extreme condition something goes in your mouth or in your throat will break your fast. Does vomiting break your fast? Allah ji, oh. People break their fast after that they start eating once vomiting happen. Who was asking me? Yeah, yesterday I got actually message from a pregnant woman. She said I vomit because of my new pregnancy first time. It's been 5-6 months now and I vomit. But so my husband is saying don't fast. Why? Because you're going to vomit and you're going to break your fast. So is that okay if I can fast? I said if you are feeling healthy and all that, vomiting doesn't break your fast though, because there are 3 conditions must be present at the time when you vomit. That vomit will break fast. And the 3rd condition is never there. Now let me tell you the conditions. When 3 conditions are present at the time that you vomit, then fast will break. First condition, vomit has to be mouthful. Mouthful basically comes with that comes with the pressure you cannot stop. चंगी पार के मुंह आवा था आइए जा hose pipe खोले आता चलता है. Okay, so mouthful, it has to be mouthful. ढेर सारी होगा. That's the first condition. Second, you knew you were fasting. So it's not it happened in forgetfulness. You knew you were fasting. Normally these 2 conditions are there. हमेशा 2 condition होंदी हैं. एक होता है जिला vomit होंदी है वो mouthful ही होंदी है तकरीबन, or you knew you were fasting. Okay, तो पता नहीं मैं fast करने लगे. Now 3rd condition which I'm going to mention is normally never there. Sami, 3rd condition is normally never there. You purposely, intentionally did it. Like आप मुंह पाकर है तो किस तरीके नाल vomit कीती है. Now why I know why, because in Pakistan when I used to go to school with the government school, उत्ते चंगी कुट लांदे ने ठीक ठाक चंगा कुट देन सही ना डंडे नाल. And I used to be very, not because of education, because of sharati. I was very sharati in school and used to mess about. मैं चंगी कुट पैंदी होंदी सी ठीक ठाक स्कूल लाई. मेरे इतने होंदे थे कि मेरे सलाम अम्मी मनु 4 तो अम्मी used to give me bath. Ammi used to see all those slanta, you know, the bruises at the back of my, all the way to my gittiyan to leke ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ उनसे and जान लगे मैं शरारत नहीं करता. Very बाज़ समय आऊंगा. This is like he stopped me still. So some friend, because the teacher was very kind of cruel teacher, he was in that school. They used to put their hand in the morning in their mouth, down their throat, and they started vomiting. And then how do they do it? And they used to get day off. Okay, that's fine, you go home because you're feeling bad. I used to put meri bhi nikla, meri kyun nahi nikli? I used to do it, so it never came out. The monu kut pendi thi. मैं तुसी की नहीं करते हो यार, सारे घाट उड़ जाते हो. मैं मार के आऊंगा, मेरी उल्टी नहीं निकली. So they used to do that somehow and it used to come out. So these sorry, these three conditions must be present there. Vomit has to be mouthful. You knew you were fasting and you intentionally did it. All this muscle I told, and Sami did not listen even a word. And if I ask Sami right now that what I've just talked about, he won't know. And who's sitting next to you? Oh, no wonder why. Come here, sit down here, Putter. A little bit. Just stay there, but I don't want to see you talking again. Acha. So let's say now we're gonna miss one condition out. Let's say vomit has to be full mouth. Vomit came full mouth vomit. You knew you were fasting, but you didn't do it with your own action. It just came out because you had three practice subah gobi wale kha listen. Loads of vomit came out, and you knew you were fasting, but you did not do it with your own action. That vomit won't break your fast, and normally this is what happens to everyone. That will not break your fast. Or you did it with your own action. You knew you were fasting, but that won't break your fast because it wasn't full mouth. Or you did it with your own action, mouth full, but you didn't know you were fasting. Won't break your fast. So the three conditions must be present at that time when you vomit. That vomit will break your fast. Otherwise, it will not break your fast. So simple answer to this is उल्टी रोजा नहीं तोड़ती है जब तक ये तीन कंडीशन ना हो. और तीसरी कंडीशन कभी नहीं होती है जो कि बंदा खुद उल्टी करे. खुद न करे तो कभी भी रोजा नहीं टूटता. तो when you vomit, go wash your mouth properly and continue with your roza. It will not break your fast. Acha, this is I remember when I 2 years or a year ago when I uploaded this message on my video, that went straight, I think in 3 days 70,000 views. When it goes 70,000 views, that means people didn't even know anything about this, and they don't concentrate towards these things. This is very important. If someone gets the sari and time wrong and closes fast after sari has ended, will the fast be valid? And I will attach the other one as well. And if someone gets the iftari time wrong and open his fast before iftari, will the fast be valid? No, it won't be valid. You will have to make up that fast. Let me give you example, Sami. Let me give you example. तू पुत्र उठ जा, तू इधर आ जा. हूं तू सिर लाने लगे सुदे लाइयां. So you are fasting and 4:29. I'm giving you an example. 4:29 fast was closing. 4:29. And you ask someone time, like we normally ask, oh, time kya hai? Oh, it's 4:29. But actually time was 4:33. So time of ending of Sari is already gone. You've already entered in Fajr time. You already entered. It's 4:33. Nothing should go beyond your throat. And you know, oh, it's only 4:28 yet. He told you, oh, it's only 4:28. But it's actually 4:33. And you start eating or drinking water. And after that, you're like, oh, that's 4:35 now. But so when I drank water, it was 4:33. Your fast is gone. Your fast has not started. Why? I gave you the condition first day. What is fast? When you stop eating, drinking, smoking, sexual intercourse from Sahri time all the way till Iftari time, that is called fast. Anything between that, you add anything and goes beyond your throat intentionally, that will break your fast. Fast hasn't even started. पूरा दिन बैठे रहे, अम्मा पापा आखे ना मेरा पुत्र कोई गल नहीं 5 मिनट पूरे तू मेरा पुत्र है, तू क्योंकि मेरा पुत्र है इस वजह तेरा फास्ट जारी रहेगा. नो नो, तू जिदा ही पुत्र है, पुत्र तेरा फास्ट नहीं जारी रहेगा. जो फास्ट इज गॉन. So make sure, go check time. Brush करने के anything right front of you, time should be there, front of you. Don't ask anyone, especially your siblings. Maybe they mess about. Maybe they say something. Same goes with Iftari time as well. People sometimes mess about because they get tired or something. Oh, time kya hai? And let's say 7:30 Roza was opening. For example, 7:30 fast is opening. And it's at the moment it's 7:25. And someone told you, oh, it's 7:30 now, open the fast. Whoever opened that fast at 7:25, Roza is gone. You have to make up that fast. Of course, the person who told you will get big time sin. Major sin he did because he broke their fast. But your fast is gone because intentionally you add something, but it was a mistake. Your fast is gone. So do not trust anyone. Have time in front of you. And why, okay, 7:30, I'm going to go and open my fast. So if you add something after the Sari time, or you add something before the Iftari time, knowingly, you're fast will be gone. Especially when you go to someone's house. Lokan kar jande hai na, and there we go, and then you ask people time. No. Always have time in front of you, and then you open your fast. That won't break your fast. But if you open your fast or close your fast later, in between sari time, in between roza time, your fast is gone. एक मिनट है, उन्हें पहना हाथ खिलाया सी अब्दुल राफे. No, water doesn't consider tasty unless you are in London. So their water does have really bad taste. Yeah, of course. When we say tasty basically anything food. Water has no taste. So water, even though that's the reason it says separately, food, water, smoke, and sexual intercourse. These four things will break your fast. Yeah, if water is tasty, then of course, like Rubicon or something, Pepsi or something, fizzy drink, that taste. Normal water, that's the reason when I talk about swimming, I said when water goes in your mouth, you won't even realize after a few minutes, or after, few minutes, water is going in now, because your mouth is already so much used to water going in, you won't even realize when it goes beyond your throat. Don't take risk. In swimming side, if you purposely drink, when timing is wrong, someone gave you wrong information and you broke your fast mistakenly, then only qada is wajib. So what did I say? When kafara becomes wajib? When knowingly you add something tasteful or water by disobeying Sharia purposely, that will put kafara on you. Here you never want to disobey. Mistakenly you put something in your mouth, that will qada will become wajib upon you. You will have to make up that fast if someone gave you wrong timing. इस वजह से कदर ट्रस्ट ना करो हमेशा टाइम. मे बी द पर्सन ही हिमसेल्फ हिज वॉच वाज रॉन्ग और समथिंग, वो बेचारा वना तो वो तो रॉन्ग टाइम दस दे, तो एवरीवन रोजा इज गॉन. So you have to be, these little things, a lot of things are happening in the house, and but they don't really concentrate. It's only little thing. Mom said, come on, don't be too. No, I'm not too much. It's the Sharia has given us rules, and that is coming from where? From Quran. When you should start your fast, when you should finish your fast is coming from Quran, not even Hadith, from Quran, which is Fardh. Yes. Very good question. I'm quite sure I have put that question here as well. But I will just tell you now, because she said, if you are in Birmingham, like we in Manchester, so those who are, when you go to very far, Birmingham, you have gone really far, 2 hours away from your city. You go to London, 3 hours away, 250 miles. London or there, really far. Or Sheffield. Sheffield is not that far. It's only 40 miles from Manchester, but it's in the hills, really up above Manchester. Manchester is down, it's up the hill. Their sunrise time is going to be different, sunset time is different. That's why it says the person living in a, let's say, 100 buildings, 100 floor building, but the person living in a 100th floor, his iftari time is going to be different, and the person who's living on the first floor, his iftari time will be different. Common sense. Not 2 or 3 floor, but 100 floor and that. So she's saying, if we have gone really far, some other city, his timing is going to be different. Yes, now time is going to be different. Ask that person in the house you have gone to, whatever time they're opening, you open your fast according to that time. But if you only gone round the corner, you're in Manchester, और अपने अंकल के घर थोड़ी इफ्तारी है, और थोड़े सस्ते घर इफ्तारी है, or your in-laws somewhere you went, and they are using different timetable. Because nowadays, I know this is the fitna going on, that every masjid a different timetable. Now, use the timetable you are following. No matter what they're saying, for the sake of respect, no matter what you are saying, then no, what they will think, as you guess down, no. First Allah, then people. You are in Manchester, around the corner you went. How come your iftari time changed? The time you are following, you have to follow the time, even though they're opening roza there 5 minutes before. No, we're going to open our roza at that time. Or what you can do is, for extra, for respect or something, found them as what time your roza opening this time. Just bear in mind, our roza will open this time. So all of you, those who roza opening early, don't open your roza, open roza with them as well, with your guest. 3 minutes late or 2 minutes late. Yeah, really, doing really late. Rasul Hadith, if it open your roza as soon as open, quickly. That is Rasul saying that open at that time. Basically, don't delay half an hour, 15 minutes. But 1 or 2 minutes, yeah, who's roza opening? Whoever's roza opening late, like 2 minutes late, 3 minutes late, open roza with him. ये नहीं कि तेरा खोल के तू खोला, तेरा खोल के तू खोला, वो सारे रोटी खाने लगे, वो जरा बैठ के वेट करने लगे. कैसे? No. Open roza, the one who's opening late. Like your roza, you open 25 past, and rest everyone's roza is opening 28 past. Open 28 past. But once you are in the city, you have to follow the timetable you are following from the day first. You can't just change iftari time different timetable, Saturday time different timetable, one day different timetable. No, it won't happen. You can't do that. So you have to open your fast if you're in the city according to your timetable, whatever you're doing, no matter whose house you are in. And if you've gone really far and that time difference is let's say 15-20 minutes different, then you can open wherever the city you are in according to that timetable. Okay. Next one is fasting obligatory upon a traveler. Now here, of course, you need detail. Is fasting obligatory upon a traveler? If Sari begins before you leave your home, to travel, then it is obligatory to start your fast. But if you are on the way, let's say you are going Pakistan, and your flight is 10 a.m. in the morning, and you are leaving your house 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. and your roza is closing 4 a.m. You have to start your fast even though you're leaving in 2 hours. Why? Because it says traveler. Roza, who can leave roza? Traveler. You are not even traveler yet. You are at home. You're muqim, not musafir. Traveler is the one who's traveling whilst on the way. So if you get sari whilst on the way, that sari you can leave. If you want to fast, that's fine, you can fast. And if you leave that fast, you just have to make up that fast later on. But I would say, why would you want to leave the fast? Nowadays, it's easy anyway. You're traveling, wherever you're traveling, gadi hiti sari hai, koi masla hi koni, jahasi rams ko na jande ho, koi rola hi koni. So you do fast though. But traveler can leave fast if you got sari on the way. If you got sari at house, inside in your house, then you have to start your fast. And yeah, that's a different thing. On the way now you're feeling bad, you can break your fast though. Purposely you can break your fast. Why? Because roza is not further upon you now. You're on the way, roza is not further upon you, you can break your fast. And only qada will become wajib upon you, not kafara. So I've given you all that as well. Minimum traveling distance to be exempt from fasting is 57.5 miles. So traveling, how far you're going to, so your intention is I'm going 57.5 miles away. You're going Birmingham, you're going London, Pakistan. And now you left your house on the way, you got sari, then any ke main town chala but if it's 5 miles away or 3 miles away, as soon as I leave house, I can leave sari. No. The traveling according to Sharia. Acha, that's last one is very important. When a traveler enters back into his town or city, he becomes muqim, he's not travel anymore. So it is obligatory upon him to make intention of fast. So you was traveling and you came back in your city, Manchester, and you still have 10 minutes left for Sahri to start, Roza to start, 10 minutes. And you're back in Manchester, in your city, wherever city you are. It is further upon you to start your fast. Quickly have something to eat, even though you don't have anything to eat. You have to start your fast. Why? Because you are not travel anymore. You're back in your city and still got 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes left for Sahri to start. So you start your fast. You can't leave the fast. Does applying lipstick, chapstick, lip balm or any other form of makeup based on lips whilst fasting break the fast? If any of these things, whatever I mentioned, any kind of taste and you touch your tongue on it and swallowed it whilst fasting, then that will break your fast. So you should avoid having all that on your lips. Normally, of course, it's just the lips, not on the foundation and everything, because tongue don't go that far. So if you have lipstick and it has taste as well, if it has taste and you licked and you felt the taste in your throat, it went down your throat, that will break your fast. Otherwise, it won't break your fast. Yeah, tasteless. Like chapstick, normally people use chapstick, original chapstick. That you can use on your lips, dry lips. You can use that because it has no taste. Taste one, like strawberry taste or something, that don't use, stay away from it. It goes down your throat, it will break your fast. Can a fasting person use an inhaler? Fasting person use an inhaler. Inhaler cannot be used in fast. There are two kind of inhalers, blue and brown, I think there. Brown is for pre and blue is, I think, for after, once you start having problems. That you cannot use whilst fasting. Why? Because all inhalers have medicine in it, either powder, liquid, punch one, I think powder goes in. Some scholars have given permission. This what they say. They say powder just goes in your throat and it vanishes. It doesn't even go down because it just gives you airway clear. It clears your airway, your veins, something, and then you can stop breathing properly. It don't even go down, so you can. But no, our scholar says what breaks your fast? Anything goes in your throat, and it has medicine in it. No matter what kind of inhaler it is, when you punch, it goes in your throat. Medicine is going in your throat, and those three passageways: mouth, nose, back passage. Anything goes in your throat through that, not in your digestive system, in your throat, that will break your fast. Yeah, back passage when it goes in digestive system break your fast. So any kind of inhaler you cannot you cannot start your fast. Now, if doctor says that you can use inhaler before the sari and after the iftari and between all that you can fast, that's fine, continue. Or you think you're normally I don't really use inhaler, but maybe I'll have to use, maybe. Still, I would say start your fast. If you really have to use, then you break your fast and you use the inhaler. But you know you're definitely gonna use. You have to use. Don't start your fast. You're exempt from fasting. If I have been prescribed by a doctor to use medicine in daytime, my excuse from fasting, if there is no other way, like doctor is saying you have to take medicine whilst fasting, you have to, don't fast, you're exempt from fasting. But doctor says, yeah, before sari and after iftari you can use the medicine and rest of the day you'll be fine, then you have to start your fast. Again, as inhaler I mentioned, in between that day you really had to use medicine, break your fast, and that's fine, you use medicine and you have to make up that fast. You don't have to do qaza or kafara, sorry. You have to do qaza, not kafara. Okay. So I would say just start your fast. If you have to break your fast, then that's fine. You break your fast. When woman is fasting and in midday her menstruation starts, I think I should leave this. Stop here. I think I'm going very fast and I need few questions left. And then I'm going to talk about fidya as well and a few things. I think we should postpone this to next week now. And with that, I will inshallah add a zakat subject. Zakat, what do you want to do? Zakat or Tarawih? Tarawih. Why? We'll do Tarawih then next week because Tarawih is the first thing we're going to start. Very first Ramzan, we're going to start Tarawih. So I think we'll cover Tarawih and rest of the fasting next week. So make sure you come because Tarawih is Sunnat Muqda. I will tell you what is upon every single person. You all have to do Tarawih. Male, female, basically there is no choice. There is no choice. You have to read Tarawih. How? When? Can we read at home? Can we read in the masjid behind Imam or at home without any reason? Can I sit down and read Tarawih? Can I shortcut Tarawih? Can I read 8 Tarawih, 10 or 20 Tarawih? All that I will cover with references, inshallah.
In the class timings.
And agla hafta da Ramzan is not na. Next Saturday is in Ramadan. It is in Ramadan. How do you want to do it? You tell me. I think we should carry on this class every Saturday just before fasting or opening fast. And you open fast here. You can open at home if you want to. You can. When you open fast here, I am the one who's serving that side. I mention not serving, but keep an eye. Yeah, volunteer. We are the one who's serving. Yeah, but I don't get towards lady side so that you are. But make sure you keep an eye on all those ladies who did it up and donge na lake aamde. They start filling the donge up for home. Yeah, they can take. We're not stopping them. But at the end, so people are looking at their faces. So you don't feel ashamed or anything because some ladies said to me, और असी बड़ा शर्म कर लेना शिकायत की थी पैड़ा तो या तो खाओ ना अपना रोला ना पाओ तो या मुझे दसो ताकि औरतों पकड़ी ऐसी बिकॉज दे फिल द डोंट गिव अप फॉर होम एंड नाउ जी हुन मैं खा लवां ते किसी दा कुछ नहीं बचता बेचारियां वास्ते सो यू कम so is that fine then just before opening fast we'll do our session here only Saturday we'll carry on Saturday कितने रोजा खुलना पहला 6:55 5:51 तो पहला रोजा खुलना नहीं तो सो मनु सैटरडे के लिए रोजा खुलना 5:50 6 o'clock roza is opening so we'll start our class 4:30 so be here at 4:30 asar namaz kitne baje 4:30 4 बजे आ जाओ ठीक है that's fine it's 4:15 then we could come here and we can just carry on our class. Come 4 o'clock, we'll see after that. And we'll continue from that, we'll continue when the namaz is going to be. Can you check us a time? Definitely half 4. ठीक है, half 4 asar namaz. So come 4 o'clock. So the screen's on. ठीक है. Yeah, there's a lady class as well. One lady comes from Preston. She teaches here 1 o'clock. Same basically course. 1 o'clock till I think 2 o'clock, and she talks about all the masail and everything. What she's going to today, she's going to carry on inshallah. 1 o'clock till I think 2 o'clock. Importance of Ramadan and anything masla you want to ask, and she comes I think from Preston. If you want to join, you can join that as well. Acha, that's it. So when woman is fasting midday or menstruation, that's fine. So we're going to start from woman. This one is very important. Menstruation, itne masail na, maybe you read the slide underneath, but there are so many things. Maybe the questions going to come, like we did menstruation and we had so many questions. The same goes with here. If menstruation starts while fasting, do we have to make up that fast, or do we have to do qaza? Or if whilst menstruation after that, all those fasts which went through my menstruation, do we have to do qaza of those fasts? All that inshallah will cover, and rest of the I think slides as well will do. I think quite few slides left on this, and then with that we'll do tarawih. Okay, na? So next Saturday the class is going to be what time? Just come 4 o'clock, between 4 quarter 4, and inshallah after Asr will start or before Asr will start, so we can cover as much as we can. Yeah, Maghrib time, Iftari time, you can open roza here. But if you want to go home early, you can, by all means, open, the doors are open anyway, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before, half an hour before, you can go. But food is served here. Mainly we'll concentrate towards all those who are coming in class. Then inshallah other side. But mainly inshallah those who, men will be opening with men, and ladies of course in the library they will be opening those are there. Okay? Do you think you can come? The time is fine with everyone. I'm just saying, is the time is fine with everyone. Nita subah rakh lo, man to koi nahi. You can come in the morning, but it's going to be out. No. Huh? You're going to close your roza, then you're going to come. I need to go. Amardin is there. Can you? I don't think they need television. But she said they do.
One television, one
No questions? That's good.
the laptop, just leave it unlocked in your room.
Okay, that's fine. चलो जी
लाइक सुबह में मेरी तबीयत कुछ खराब है तो मैं कहूँगी अगर मेरी तबीयत तो मेरा रोजा है अदरवाइज
नहीं दो नियत नहीं कर सकते नियत एक ही होगी रोजा है या रोजा नहीं है ये नहीं कि रोजा अगर नियत अगर मैं ठीक होगी तो रोजा होगा मैं ना ठीक हुई तो रोजा नहीं होगा नहीं रोजा रख ले ना ठीक हो तो रोजा तोड़ भी सकते हैं ये कर सकते हैं क्योंकि जो शरीयत ने इजाजत दी हुई है ना आपको अगर नहीं है मसला कोई तबीयत का होगा तो तोड़ दें ठीक है that's fine